Welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 677, episode number 581. Two TMNT trades. First up, it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 3, Fall and Rise, collecting issues 25 to 36 of the IDW run. Yeah, I think this pretty much collects the combination of about 3 different trades. Let me just be sure about that. Yeah, because I believe it's like 3 trades. I just want to be sure about that. Let's see. Yep, it's a combination of 3 trades. It is City Fall Part 2, Northampton, and Monsters, Misfits, and Madmen. Yeah, that's what this trade pretty much does. Instead of being 2 trades, it's 3. So, yeah, the first 2 storylines are just reimagining of the classic City Fall storylines from the original series from Mirage, except that in this version, Leonardo is captured by Shredder, and brainwashed to become his Chunin, which is basically his second command. Yep. And later he gets sort of free from his brainwashing, but not fully. And Owlplex, basically, who showed up in the storyline, Tio joins it with him when they go to Northampton. Northampton storyline, like in the original one, is also a remake. And after that, it's all original stuff after that. Yeah, and then, of course, they go back to New York. Also, they have it where they also give it a sort of a story explanation of where Slash gets his mask. Yeah, you see the mask he wears in here? That originally was Leonardo's mask when he was the Chunin for Shredder. So after he quit being that, he wanted to go back wearing his own mask. So he didn't want to throw the mask away. So he gave the Slash. So there's that. And of course, this is also a storyline that shows up. These issues have the first appearance of Metalhead. Yep, Metalhead pops up in here. Yeah, and this does set up stuff that will help later on. It sets up next couple storylines with Joe and Krang, which with the whole thing of fight with him, and the death of the Shredder. Yeah, that's set up in here as well. Great set of issues. 9.75 out of 10. Really damn good. Next up, speaking of Krang, it's TMNT Volume 18, Trial of Krang. Yep. Yeah, simply put, oh yeah, and the miniseries Mention X, that kind of loosely takes place during the course of the storyline, where the heroes go out and gather witnesses for Krang's trial. And he's pronounced guilty, but he's sent to his home. He's sent home to be put into a prison. Leatherhead, basically, who has been a captive of his for centuries, decides to, instead of, let's say, send to prison, he eats him. Yeah, and you Troms have no problem with this at all. It's like, it's better than putting him in prison. Yep. So yeah, there's that. And of course, then when the storyline ends, it leads into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles / Ghostbusters 2, which is a really awesome storyline. Yeah, the writing in both these books is done by Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman. And the artwork in here is done by a few different artists. Also, Professor Honeycutt. Though when I was reading this, I kept hearing, what was his name? David Tennant's voice as, it was either, I kept hearing his voice from the 2012 series, and Professor Hunt, the guy who voiced him from the 2003 cartoon. The artwork in here, now the writing here is done by, well, of course, by Kevin Eastman and Tom Wallace, but also by Bobby Carlo. But Tom Wallace has the script. The artwork in this one is done by Dave Witcher and Corey Smith, with digital artwork by Mados Sokuso, Chris Johnson, Damien Cordo. The artwork in this book is done by Sophie Campbell and Mados Kahulo. I think it's pronounced, yeah. Really good storyline. Wraps up pretty much at this point with this particular one. It wraps up a good majority of the storylines that have been going to books issue 1, which is great the fact to do that. And this book only collects issues, I think it's 71 to 75, I believe it is. Yeah, 71 to 75 plus the free comic day issue. Great set of issues. Highly recommend people fans of this franchise. 9.75 out of 10. Alright. So, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. Cover a Marvel trade and first time ever an Image trade. Yeah, I'll cover those in the next episode, okay? But to see you there. Bye.